everybody, and welcome to the Mom's View. We were just talking about the craziest things before we started. Kaylee and I are into murder podcasts and shows. I don't know why, but we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Real happy feelings before.
Well, I was saying that I feel like it's bringing my quality of life down just a little bit at the moment because, I don't know, it just makes me like anxious and like, so sometimes if I like spend too much time in that world, then I'm really short with my family. So I was like, okay, I need to find a balance.
It makes
I
you
need to find a balance with this.
think about people who live in that job force world, like in the FBI, and
my
it's
gosh,
just
I
like
can't imagine.
emotionally, how do they detach? Like, I think that's why they offer good counseling, obviously, because like you're right. Like I was having dreams. I was like, you're making me out to be somebody that you're watching on TV. I'm like, I can't help it. It's just who I'm dreaming about.
You know what makes me
going on?
laugh so hard is different shows that I've watched and like this podcast when they talk about murderers or you know, some murderers, they'll be like, yeah, if you walked into their house, they had dead animals on the walls.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, that doesn't mean
I was believing you. I was
hello,
like,
Casey.
they did? And then I was like, oh, I know what you're saying. That's so
But
silly.
no, like a lot of people see that as like, oh, he's a killer. But you know,
but
I was just like,
no.
it just makes me laugh.
Two different worlds that separate people. How are you guys? It's almost summer. I feel so happy. I feel like Olaf singing about melting in summer.
Let's be honest, who has sang that song?
I just did.
Just like recently. I sang it in the car with my kids.
Oh, did
Because
you?
I was like,
Did it make you happy?
Yes, I love it. I mean, I love winter, but I really love summer too.
I love this
Getting old.
time.
Yeah.
I love right now when like spring is almost coming to an end because it's still a little cool outside.
Yeah.
It's not like hot. It just feels really nice. You know what I mean? Oh, that's right. I'm drying out. We went to Lagoon for Winston's birthday, and it
She's
was
so cute.
the perfect weather. It was
so fun.
so fun. We got there at 4. I didn't know it closed at 7. So that was a little damper
Sometimes
on
you
it,
just
but
make the
we
most of it.
made the most of it, and we had so much fun.
And his face was painted like Spider-Man.
Yeah, we did that at the end of the night, and it was the greatest thing. Casey and the older kids were on bigger rides, and we were walking to find them, and we walked by, and everyone was closing up, and I was like, do you have time for one more? And she was like, yeah, I can do one more.
Oh, bless
it
her
was like
heart.
the greatest thing. He kept it on for 2 days. It was
You're
disgusting.
paying for it, you know.
But
Wear
he
it.
just loved it.
That's so cute.
So it was a lot of fun.
Summer is like the best. Elliot and I have been sitting out on the porch waiting for Cooper to get home from school, and we both will share a banana popsicle. And he just like the way he like kicks his feet and has no shoes on. I'm like, I love summer.
I love summer.
I love summer. I cut up a fresh watermelon the other day, and I thought of you. I just got this tool off Amazon. I'm so excited to use it.
really?
It's like looks like this.
It's like
Oh, yeah,
And
I've
you
seen this.
cut into it like this, and it has like this blade right here. I'm doing a really good explanation. You
are.
And then it like pulls it out
knew
for
what you
you,
meant.
and then you can turn it and cut it this way. So when it
I need
comes,
to
I'll
try
show
that.
you what
Does
I
it
do.
clamp
Yeah.
together too so
Don't,
you can
because
pick
I
it up?
actually just bought you one.
okay, thanks.
So I was like,
I
Chloe will
won't
love
say
this.
anything.
Yeah, does it have like tweezers so you can pitch it together
Yeah.
and take them out?
You're so thoughtful.
It was like, well, anytime I see a watermelon, I'm like, Clat. Clat will love this. Clat.
I do.
Okay, any
there's
other-
2 at my house right now.
Summer updates. You just happy it's
Yep.
summer?
Just happy. Gage is playing lacrosse, and so that's been a lot of fun. We've been traveling for the first time. So, I mean, we've traveled with cheer, and that's been fun, but we're traveling for sports for the first time ever.
But it's fun to be outside, huh?
So fun. We just went to Sun Valley, and it was like the greatest weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know. It just felt like refreshing. We were so happy. We watched the games and we went on hikes.
It's
and,
relaxing.
Oh, it was so
Mhm.
fun. Yeah, we're getting ready to go again this weekend, and then the next.
You guys go to cool places.
such
Jackson
cool
Hole,
places.
Sun Valley. Those are
Yeah,
like,
that
We're
is
going to
fun.
Boise.
oh,
So
I love Boise.
I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time and it's a lot
Yeah.
of work. And
That's how we feel about baseball. But then you always just like in the moment you love it.
I feel like if you make the most of it, though, like it becomes like another
it's like a family
fun
trip.
Yeah,
trip
little
for
vacation.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been really
Are
fun.
you keeping up with your 5?
No. No,
doing
I'm
a
really
great job.
trying. Like towards this time, it's like, okay, we've eaten out every single night, and it just feels like there are some things that are falling, like, don't even look at my house right now. Ugh.
I mean,
but it's also
you gotta
a trade-off.
You're feeding your kids.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I tell myself. I'm like, you're getting fed. I'm
Yeah.
feeding you. You're not starving by the end of the day.
You're good.
I always say just like add a salad.
Yeah.
So you get some vegetables.
Or double cheeseburger and fries, but we're drinking water.
Yeah.
Water.
Balance.
Yeah. But we've had a lot of fun. Like, they've loved all the sports that they're in, and we
Kate,
just
Brock
tried out for
is
dance
freaking
again.
good.
He's so good.
I'm like, okay, watch out, David Beckham. He's so good.
He never runs out of energy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He just always has so much energy. So
I saw him, Shay was picking up Gavin. They had a sleepover, and his game had got canceled, and he was like genuinely disappointed.
he was so
And
sad.
it was cute because I'm like lazy. I'm like, I'm sure if one of my games got canceled, I'm like, yeah, it's Saturday, I can sleep in. But he was like, I was really looking forward to this game. That's cute, Brock.
He was. But yeah, it's been fun.
Sorry, I cut you off. Dance.
Oh, I was just saying, Emmy tried out for dance again, and she's really excited. Well, this will be the first time that she'll be on like a competitive team, but she's loving it. She's so happy.
Girls and
She is so
dance.
happy, and it makes me happy. Yeah, and she
She's
just
really
got some
good.
compliments from her teacher that made her feel like, I can do this. I'm like, yes, you can.
I love her.
She's good.
You guys, we got good kids. We got good lives.
Yeah. It's good to keep them busy.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch their confidence grow through things like
Yeah.
that.
That's why I want to keep having more kids because I don't because it's so hard. But I thought about that. I'm like, we're only going to have the 3 and Cooper's like halfway grown up. I want to like, that's like fun. That's like your life. Like the bread and butter of your life is like running your kids. Like those moments in the cars where you're living out of your car
Right.
or you're sitting at their practice waiting to pick them up. I'm like, that's my biggest memories with my parents. And I want that to be my kids. Like, that's when your family's just there for you. I don't know. This is
Yeah.
probably going nowhere. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I 100% know. I was actually
day that
talking
that
about
ends-
grandkids with Casey the other day, and he was like, why are you talking about grandkids? I'm like, the same
Because
thing, like,
women,
oh, we
we
have these 2 kids, and they're
prepare.
like almost graduated, and then we only have these 2 more, and then like, I just need like grandkids. I just need kids around me. And
I
he was
just
like,
think of,
no, I need a break.
Gavin's going to graduate in like 3.5
Yeah,
years.
going to high
And
oh my gosh, that blows my mind.
It blows my mind, and it makes me cry every time I think about it. I'm like, wait, what? I only have
How
him
does
for
that
3.5 more
happen?
years?
Yeah. Okay, well, on positive vibes, I didn't mean to be the Debbie Downer. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah.
But grandkids, so that's great.
Grandkids, yeah. Just keep our kids around and then they'll want to bring us
hold
their
on to
kids.
that hope.
I know. Like, one of you better stay around me, or I'll just move to you.
Do you know what Jackson said? He's like,
Yeah.
but that's okay because then when our kids move out, like, we're going to buy horses. I'm like, first of all, a horse is way different than a child.
Wait a second.
Second off, I know nothing about horses.
How guys think though, like
I
it's
get
fine.
so, like, wait, how is that even on
I
the
know,
same
like,
wavelength?
you can tell he had already had this conversation, he thought, with me, but in his head, but we're going to buy horses. I'm like, and where the hell are we going to keep the horses? In the ranch that we don't have?
You'll have a ranch.
I know. Duh. He already played that one out. I'm like, okay, when
So
we're millionaires,
But it's okay because we'll have horses.
I'll just sell all the lip scents and buy us a huge ranch with horses.
There you go.
Keep dreaming. Love you.
That's a great plan. It's a great year, or a great like 20-year plan.
Right?
Horses?
Why not?
I know. No, I'm like, I'm going to have to start studying now. Okay. Way different than dogs. Anyways, sorry. Guys, it's summer. Back to it. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a super morning person. I think Colette is more so than I am, more so than...
I am definitely not a morning
But
person.
here's the thing. And getting older, it just makes you learn things. Okay, teens, just listen.
It just makes you learn things.
I want to be a morning person. Like, I want to love the mornings and I want to be successful in the mornings because I have noticed that when I've had a good day, it's usually because I've had a good morning. Like, it just kind of sets a tone for your day. So I've been hearing so much, and I've talked about this book before, but The Miracle Morning and how you can really change your life. And the thing that with self-help books or those books that you read about how it's going to transform your life is really, they don't tell you anything that you don't already know. Sometimes you just need to be in a place in your life and hear it at the right time for you to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this.
Right.
You know, because they really say the cliche things that you're like, I know this, go to bed not at 2 a.m. because you're watching Netflix about murderers. Don't sleep in till 10 a.m. and feel like crap the whole day. So these are just 5 steps that he offers as suggestions as just like the first. So I'm always like, okay, so you want to have a great miracle morning. You want to like, how do you just wake up and feel energized? You know, your alarm goes off and how do you not, why am I always the person that just feels that like, snooze, it's fine, snooze, I'll start it tomorrow. Like, how do you break that habit, you know? Because they always talk about offering these big life-changing things. I'm like, let's go back to the basics, like just not knowing how to press snooze 100 times, right? So he gives us 5 really basic steps that are physical steps that we can do to help us have our miracle morning. So you guys can let me know if you've done any of these or you want to add to
Probably
them.
do all of them.
Not. Kaylee's up rocking it at 4 a.m.
I was
yes.
the person who was like, what career can I choose that I won't have to wake up early? I'll do hair and make my own schedule.
I love it.
Done.
I love it.
Done.
Okay, so the first thing he says is our first thought in the morning is usually our last thoughts before we go to bed. So it's really good to have bedtime affirmations, which we just did an episode with Carlie about having a beautiful day, and I thought this kind of correlated. So the things that you tell yourself before you go to bed without you even realizing it, or the conversations you're having, are usually those thoughts that you'll pick back up off in the morning, in the first thing. So he talks about having bedtime affirmations, whether you want to get a journal and write them down, or like having a visionary for your day, like I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna feel good. I'm not gonna feel tired, and I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna get this, and this done. And kind of just affirming how your day is gonna go will help start your attitude right when you wake up.
I just have to say something that is so funny about this.
What? You're buying horses?
Right?
When
She's gonna get some horses.
I am usually so pumped about exercising when I go to bed.
I know. Kaylee always texts me, I'm like,
I am going to wake up and I'm going to run or do something. And when I wake up, I'm like, nah, nope.
Maybe that's
wanna
when
do
you need to do it, is it?
So,
yeah.
I know, but
When you're
usually I'm
feeling
in bed.
Why is that? Like, you have such high ambitions in bed.
What the heck? What do I need to do to make that?
Eating chocolate covered cinnamon bears, like, I'm running 25 miles tomorrow, I'm gonna feel great. And then you're like, nope.
No.
But I think keep affirming that. It will help.
Okay.
Step number 2, you need to put your alarm clock across the room. Not right next to your bedside table so that you can easily like reach over and hit snooze, so that you physically have to put your feet on the floor, get out of bed, walk over to your alarm and turn it off, because then you're already up.
Remember those alarm clocks that used to like roll off of your table and then you would have to find it?
Nuh-uh,
That
that's
sounds
a thing.
like a
was
tragic
invented.
accident.
That's
Because you had to get out of bed to find it.
Can you imagine when your house is in
anyone
glee
else remember?
and you're just chasing your alarm and kicking
For
shit
like
and
20
swearing
minutes. You
and
might as well just set the,
like,
push the snooze.
Where did it go? But yeah,
I
someone
would just
invented
probably
that.
end
I
up.
think it was
I
a
never
college
heard of
student because like they need them the most, really,
That is-
because they're
I just
up
think
late
of this
and
toy
then,
of Elliot's that rolls around and we can't ever catch it, and it's like
Now imagine that in the morning beeping.
I've never
that
heard of
would not make my miracle morning.
But I did do, I used to do that in high school, and it really did help me.
Which one? The alarm
The
across
putting
the room.
it across the room.
Yeah.
The only problem is I'm blind, and I have to have glasses to see.
Can you
so
imagine Colette with the rolling alarm not being able to see?
it would be so tragic,
You should just start sleeping in your contacts like I have. You can wake up every day with an eye infection.
right?
We don't recommend
Don't
that.
do it.
Don't do it.
Okay, alarm clock across the room. Number 3, it says the next thing you need to immediately do is brush your teeth. There's
Yes.
something like stimulating about brushing your teeth and just cleaning out your mouth that wakes you up.
Yeah.
The only thing I have to say to that is I always have to drink water and eat an orange first, because if you eat your orange after you
yeah.
brush your teeth, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
That could really wake you up.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
Yeah, but it's true though, if you brush them first, like don't necessarily wait until you eat breakfast to brush them, because sometimes you eat breakfast late and then your mouth still feels gross, and
Yeah.
it's just brush them right away.
Brush,
It feels
brush.
good.
And then the
After
next
you eat your
thing
orange.
was drink as much water as is physically comfortable for you to do, as much as you can, because it just will help get oxygen going through your body, and it will deliver it to your brain. It will just make you feel more awake. And then the last thing is either get dressed to go work out or get dressed and shower for the day. And like just commit to doing those 5 things. And then things that he like implemented between is, he made a really good point. I hate getting out of bed when it's cold in the morning, but I like going to bed and feeling like it's cold so I can snuggle up. So some people will put their thermostats, or like they'll set a heater timer so that it kicks on like 5 or 10 minutes before, so that when they wake up it feels warm and you're not tempted to get back in bed and cuddle back up in bed. Because I hate getting out of bed when you're freezing and you're like,
Right.
and then he did say that everybody, if you're going to do these 5 steps, he would encourage you to do it an hour earlier than your routine so that you can do the next couple of things to have a good morning. He said some kind of working out. It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be super intense, but some kind of movement, cardio movement that gets your blood flowing, oxygen in your lungs. Like it's good for your body. It's good for your brain.
Within the hour?
Yeah. So if you're usually waking up at 8 a.m., try to set your alarm for 7 a.m. so you can do these steps while you're doing the other steps. So you do the 5 wake up steps, and then you work out. He said that meditating is just like life-changing. And meditating is so hard for me because I just get distracted by my thoughts. And then I end up talking about like animals or candy or, and it's just like this weird conversation. But he said that in the book, they talk about like moments of silence are so much more beneficial than reading hours of self-help books or any kind of knowledge. So just having like 5 to 10 quiet moments with yourself.
Do you feel like, almost feel like when I'm getting ready or putting my makeup on is a time to meditate. Can you, but I don't know like the rules of meditation. Can that be?
I think it's easier
I feel like it can be,
to like if that's what you have for your day, you work with it. But he talks about just like the disconnect of you being still and present and in that moment. You do it more, so you probably have more advice about meditating.
I mean, I set aside a time every morning to do it. I don't always do it great. Like a lot of my, I guess, goal for meditation is to be at peace and totally be present in the moment, because I feel like when I do that, that's when my creativity is sparked. Like I'm getting rid of the yuck and I'm just allowing light in, I guess. One of the things that I do, because I've struggled with that too, is like you think, oh, I'm distracted again. It's like discouraging, or you feel guilty, or you feel frustrated, but that's like, instead of feeling frustrated with it, just know that that's part of the process. It's like a muscle. Like when your mind gets distracted and you recognize that it's distracted, like that's the first step. It's like, oh, I'm distracted.
Then you go back to it.
Then you go back to either like a mantra that you're saying over and over again that you're focusing on, or like my thing that I say is, I'm listening. I'm listening. And I just say that slowly over and over again. Sometimes I say it fast if I'm already worked up and I'm trying to get calm. It's like, I'm listening. And then it's like I get calm and I slow my words down. I slow my mind down, and I just keep saying that and I listen. And then at some point I don't have to say it anymore. I can just be still and listen. And then I find, if my mind starts to wander, or I start to think about the kids or what I need to do that day, then I just go back to, I'm listening.
Yeah.
And it makes it like aligns my whole body, and I just feel like, I am here, I am now, I can do, it's empowering.
So meditating. I need to try it.
Me too.
I'm gonna text you for some tips. Meditating.
Just don't get discouraged.
I like what you said, because it's not gonna be easy the first time. Like you're not gonna nail it the first time. You got to keep practicing.
And even just 5 minutes.
Yeah,
will be
that's
good.
what he said. Like even if you have a minute for that day or 3 minutes, it's better than none. Yeah. A gratitude journal, and he's like, if you can do this in your mind while you're meditating, you can write it down. It all depends on your personality. Write a list of things that you're so grateful for or that you did accomplish, because too often we get stuck in the things that we didn't do or not being good at or that haven't get done, and that sets a tone for our whole day. And it's a habit. It's the same constant habit that we get into. He's like, so learn to be enough for yourself, and then learn to focus on the things that you did get done, and that will actually help you grow to be more successful rather than always focusing on, and I'm the worst at that. Like, there's always something that could be better, that could be done again, that da-da-da. So a gratitude journal. And then last is a vision. Like you have visions for yourself and you see yourself in these roles that you want to become. Like if you want to be a boss babe with this empire of women working underneath you, selling all the skincare and makeup and making great money. Okay, that's my vision. Then that's what you envision yourself there. If you want to be the best mom who, whatever your vision is, you want to physically walk yourself through that and see yourself in that place of that space. And then he said, even physically doing it down to a vision board. I'm a big believer of vision boards. I did that when I first signed up with Senegence a year ago. And one of my goals was to be able to earn the car, and I finally did that. And I really think that it played back to my vision board because I saw that goal physically. And sometimes it's easy to put goals out there, but then you lose them. So I think that going through that process of putting it physically down somewhere will help you.
Yeah.
So these were just practices that he offers, that he does in his morning routine throughout that. But I really like the first 5 steps because I'm like, okay, those are physical things that you're telling me that I need to do. Like put my phone across the room. Okay, I can do that. Drink a glass of water. Okay, I can do that. Because sometimes I'm like, self-help books offer all this advice and you're like, but how do you connect the dots? How do you make it actually work for you?
Which I feel like for me personally, when I listen to self-help books, then I'm like, I'm not doing this, and it almost makes me depressed. And then I'm like, okay, I cannot listen to these self-help books anymore. So
yeah, I know. I like when they give you a physical thing. Sometimes self-help books, they just they talk about what they're going to do for you for so long. I'm like, just get to the point. Like, when are you going to tell me how to be the millionaire?
Yeah, like, how do I do it? Just tell me how.
So I'm like, okay, that's 5 steps that I can practice doing.
Right.
Like, I physically can see these, read these, and try them. So
Yes, I'm going to do it too.
miracle mornings. We're going to just change the world.
Yes, I want 5 stews.
One
this way.
morning
There we
at a
go.
time, guys. Don't you think?
Do you know something that I've been wanting to do that I've heard like over and over and over again is that you should do a headstand every day.
Ooh, that
Because
is
it just
fun.
like gets the like
Yeah,
stuff flowing.
It's the yoga.
And there's something inside of me that's like, I want to do a headstand every day.
Guys, I want to be good at yoga. I keep saying but the guy who wrote the Miracle Morning book said if I could only choose one exercise to do for the rest of my life, it would be yoga.
Yeah.
It incorporates everything: cardio, strength, breathing, stretching, everything.
mind.
you need to do.
Yoga.
It takes.
Yeah, let's do it.
yoga. It's
Guys,
so good.
let's become yogis. I'm going
I
to put my
love
legs
yoga.
behind my head 5 times.
Yes.
So flexible. And my morning's going to be great because I'm going to end up in the ER. The doctor's like, what were you trying to
be
do?
able to move.
Have a miracle morning by doing yoga. Like, don't do that anymore.
Don't ever do that again.
You're not 12 anymore. You're not flexible.
No,
we
yoga's
could
awesome.
be.
Yeah, we can do it. We can work towards these things.
Yeah,
Never
awesome.
too
Thank
old.
you.
Miracle mornings, you guys. We can be successful. We can do hard things.
Yes.
We can get out of bed before 8 a.m.
And chase
I
your
say
alarm
10.
clock.
12.
You know.
Whatever.
It's all the
Whatever.
same.
There's no judgment here. That's why we're here to grow and improve together, right? Yes. If you guys have any tips for how you make your morning successful, we'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. And if you guys implement these 5 steps, I want to know. I want to know if it really did work for you, you know? And
I'm
if
gonna
you
let
do,
you know.
if you
I'm
do the
gonna let you know.
headstand like Kaylee offered, send us pics. Send us the head pics, okay?
Let's all do pictures.
Okay.
Let's all post pictures somewhere of us doing
Headstands. Okay.
Me and my belly.
Down.
Yes. Yours will be the best.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time on The Mom's View.
Bye.
Bye.